Hey everyone, long time no see. It's actually been so long since I've last filmed a video. Let me give you a little recap on my life. So I finished my first year of college at the beginning of May. It was a stressful year, but it was still fun. I went to Italy for 2 weeks, which was so cool, so fun. I've never been before, so that was my first time. Then, not too long after that, I went up to my country house for my cousin's bachelorette party, which was a blast. We all had so much fun. And then I went to go see my bestie, Eliane, because she lives 2 hours away, so we don't get to see each other that often. So I went to go visit her for 3 days, and we had so much fun. Oh, and at the beginning of June, I had my dance recitals, which kind of leads into the topic of today's video. It's about dance. And today I'm going to be rating my dance costumes. Some of them are just so bad, but a lot of them are also really good. This is no hate to my dance teachers that I've had or the designers of these costumes. We just have different tastes, and that's okay. Also, I will be blocking out everyone's faces except for mine in the photos because I'm sure there's people who don't want their faces shown in this video, and I just want to respect them, especially if I don't speak to these people anymore because, yeah. Anyway, before we get into it, I thought I'd talk about my dance background a little bit. I started dance when I was 4 years old. I started with ballet. Then when I was 6, I started hip hop. Oh, I also did tap when I was little. So ballet, tap, hip hop. And then I started doing competitive dance when I was 9, and that's when I started to do other styles like jazz and contemporary. I'd say the competitive dance life was really difficult though. It definitely had an effect on my younger self. In 2020 when COVID started, I did do dance online and I just did not enjoy it, and I kind of lost my love for dance, so I stopped. And I went back last year, and now I just do it for fun. I even teach, so it's just been really fun, no stress, and that's what I love about it. I love having dance just as a hobby. Now, without further ado, let's get into the first costume. So we're starting off strong with me at 6 years old doing hip hop, I think in 2013. I love this costume. It's so cute. The fluffy tutu. I love the off-the-shoulder crop top and the scrunchie too with it. Ugh, it's so cute. This is just an automatic 10 out of 10. In this photo, I look so grumpy, but I wasn't. It's just because I was extremely nervous on stage. That was my first time on a big stage performing. Next, we move on to 7-year-old me. This is another hip-hop costume. At the time, I hated this costume because it felt really big on me, and I had never worn a romper or jumpsuit before. I love it now. It goes with the dance. The theme of the show was decades, and we had 70s, so it honestly goes pretty well. In this photo, you can see we also had gold gloves that match with the jumpsuit because the jumpsuit had gold on the sides. I also had this gold scrunchie. Not everyone had that. We were able to do our hair however we wanted, I believe, but I had that gold scrunchie, which I really like. I'm gonna give this one a solid 7 out of 10. Next one, I love this one. This was my tap costume when I was 8 years old. I love this color. I love the red. And I love that it's cut on the sleeves. Ugh, I'm such a diva in this photo. Yeah, overall, I really like this tap costume. I'm honestly gonna give it a 10 out of 10. Next, that same year, I did hip hop, and this was the costume. I have mixed feelings about this one. I do love it. It's really cute, but it's the hoodie vest, whatever that was for me, that ruins it. We originally got zip up hoodies and we had to cut the sleeves, and it looks uneven. I think it looks way better on stage though. It's really cute. This was my first ever performance team. So we went out and did performances. We didn't compete. Honestly, 7 out of 10, why not? It's cute. Now, there was this other costume that I had that I'm so happy I don't have any photos of. I had a ballet dance where we were dressed up as lions, which is why I look like this in this photo. That's why I'm acting like a lion. That's the only photo I got from that show. Kind of exposing myself there. We wore beige leotards, beige tights, beige ballet shoes, a beige lion tail, and beige lion ears. We looked naked on stage. Actually, I do have a clip of me falling at the end of the dance. Maybe I can find that and put it in the video if I feel like it. that costume's an automatic like 0 out of 10. All right, on to the next year. What age am I at? This is me at 9 years old when I started competition. This was my hip hop costume. I had 2 hip hop dances, so this was one of the hip hop dances. It's very vibrant. We had a few issues with this costume, I remember. The fur on the vest made it really hot, and also the pants were big on all of us. We had to tie elastics at the waistband. My god, this is ugly. You could see that there's a bandana around our necks. I am not a fan of that at all. I find it doesn't go with it. Like the black hat and then the bandana. It's too much for my liking. I'm gonna give it a 5 out of 10. My next hip hop costume I also hate. They really set us up to fail with this one. Again, no hate. Another costume with fur, so that was not really fun to have that. Then we had these really colorful pants. I remember the pants were really comfy, but like, I don't know what to say about this costume other than giving it also a 5 out of 10. This costume I love. Honestly, all my tap costumes I really love, and you'll see that. One thing I want to point out in this photo is my hair. My hair here, where you see it's really, really curly, that's not my real hair. And you'll see that for a few other dances too. What we did was we would buy hair pieces to put over our ballet bun, so that way for quick changes and like for our hair to look nice, it was just easy. I love this costume. This was to the Friends theme song, which introduced me to the show Friends. I love the ruffly skirt attached to the sequin red top. I'll give it like a 9 out of 10. This costume, you may think, looks exactly like the hip hop costume from when I was like 6 years old. They look very similar, but this one's uglier. Tell me why for a ballet dance we were wearing this. I'm really not a fan of the rainbow hair around the ballet bun. It is so odd. I'm gonna give this one a 4 out of 10. On to the next one, still from that same year when I was 9. We have this Barbie looking costume. This was for jazz. I just remember it being really itchy. But I mean, it's cute. This one's not too bad. I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Now, this photo for this contemporary costume does not do it justice because it's actually such a beautiful costume and I love it. This was my first dance I ever competed in. And I remember I was so happy at awards because we got high silver. I was so happy to get high silver. Little did I know it's one of the lowest things you could get in a competition. I actually really like this dress. I'm gonna give it a 6.5 out of 10. It's simple. It's pretty, it's pink. Now on to the next year, when I was 10 years old. I like this costume for this contemporary dance. Basically, this dance was a production number, so we were a really large group. And I remember I was put on the side for every formation change. I was just staying on the side and I was glued to the wall every rehearsal. And sometimes at dance competitions, I would be dancing in the wing, which was pretty annoying. But I mean, that doesn't have to do with the costume, just thought I'd say that. But yeah, this costume's cute. I remember seeing it on Dance Moms and I was like, that's my costume. I'll find like a photo of it. But I was like, oh my god, that's my costume. They wore the same costume as me. Like they care. 7 out of 10. Another tap costume. I really love this one. It's kind of similar to the one that I did for the Friends theme song, except it's just in a different color. What I find a little weird though is the wristbands. I don't know how I feel about those. But yeah, she's cute. Gonna give her a solid like 9 out of 10. I like don't want to talk about this one. This one's like traumatic for me. I'm kidding. I just don't get it. If anything, I think it would look better with a black bandana rather than a white one. I don't know what to say about this. Like, poor you. I'm just gonna give it a 5 out of 10. This is the only photo I have of this, sadly, but this is my ballet costume. We did this to the song Colors of the Wind from Pocahontas. This was such a beautiful dance. This photo really doesn't do it justice, but I'm gonna give it a 9 out of 10. All right, this next one we got a video clip. This was for jazz. We did it to a song from Hocus Pocus. I think it was like I Put a Spell on You. I love this costume. One of my favorite costumes ever that I've had. An immediate 10 out of 10. I just love everything about it. That's all I gotta say. All right, on to the next year, 2019. This was a RuPaul's Drag Race dance. I had to show the group photo because this one's just so nice. I'm so grateful that we had this dance because it got me to watch RuPaul's Drag Race, even though I was like 11, and I even went to like the RuPaul's Drag Race tour to watch it, and it was so fun. So I'm grateful for this dance because I found one of my favorite shows. I really love this costume. We also had glitter lips. I remember, like glittery pink lips. We had false lashes. It was the first time I ever wore false lashes, and it felt so weird. I really love I don't know what it's called. It wasn't comfortable, but it really did add to the costume. The thing. The black thing. I should know what that's called, but I don't. Anyway, I like this costume. I'll give it like a 10 out of 10. It's really cute. This dance, we also had the fake hair. We had straight ones though. I was the only blonde one at the time. This next dance was so cool. This is the prop we used for our dance. And during this year, 2019, I had a broken hand, so I had like the full pink waterproof cast. And I was flipping on this dome. It's called a dome. I was flipping on it with my cast. I was still pulling myself up. I was stupid. Okay, this photo's so bad, but here's like a better view of the costume because obviously you can't see it in that dome. It's pretty basic, but I do love that we put on some silver body paint and the blue lipstick too. That really made it look better. Here's another photo, a cool action shot. I know you guys might like make fun of me, but I like this photo. It's pretty cool. This costume's pretty basic, so 7 out of 10. It's not bad. What I hated most about it was that the shorts would like roll up while I'm dancing, and it was so annoying. And I remember on stage in like the competition videos, you could see me like pulling my shorts down when you're not supposed to. Like I tried to make it like not obvious, and I did. On to the next costume. This was another contemporary dance. Did I say that the last one was contemporary? Anyway, it was contemporary. I like this costume. I like it. I like that it's open at the back, like it opens from the side to the back. I like the skirt. This photo's so bad. I'll give this one like an 8 out of 10. This next costume was a tap costume. We all hated it so much at the time. As you can see, I have more fake hair. Looking back at this costume, I love it. And my mom told me so. She's like, oh, when you look back at this costume, you're gonna love it. And the reason I love it is because it went so well with the dance. We did a dance to Valerie by Amy Winehouse, and I find it just went so perfect. I absolutely love the frilly socks too. I mean, the colors are a bit weird together, like yes, blue and red. It's kind of giving popsicle. I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Next, we have this pink ballet costume. I like it because it's pink. It's pretty. I'm just not a fan of the black detailing, but I'll give this a 6 out of 10. Now, this is by far one of my favorite hip hop costumes that I've ever had. This dance is actually posted on YouTube by the dance competition. If you'd like me to link it, I might not. We'll see. I really love the gold jackets. It really made the dance stand out. The pants I wasn't such a big fan of. They were these like weird sweatpants. Like they were baggy at the top but tight at the bottom. Overall, cool costume. Bad photo, but cool costume. This one I'll give an 8 out of 10. And lastly, from 2019, we have my hip hop trio costume. This is also on YouTube because we got the highest scoring trio in the competition. Not to brag. The costume, it's okay. I can't tell if it would look better with like a black jacket instead of a silver one. I don't really have much to say about this costume though. It's fine. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. No, I'm gonna give it a 6.5. Now we skip all the way to 2024, which is my current studio that I go to. I switched. So this was my hip hop costume. We got it all off Shein, but honestly, pretty cool costume. I like the jersey given Tate McRae. Everyone wore their bandana differently. I wore it on my head. We also had just some white shorts. Yeah, cool costume. 8 out of 10. Then I had this contemporary costume. This is not a great photo, but this costume was cool, like fit with the dance. Because I like the costume, I'm just not a fan of the color. I'll give this a 7 out of 10. And now this year's costumes, 2025. So we have this hip hop costume. I love it. I chose it, but I don't want to just give myself credit. I want to give my bestie Sophia credit too, because it was a hip hop duet. We did it together. So much fun. My only issue with it was on stage, for some reason, the jacket looked brown and the pants looked black, but it was a black jacket. I guess it was like a super dark brown, or like, I just didn't understand that. Because of that little thing, I'm gonna give this a 9.5 out of 10. So close. We have my contemporary costume. For this costume, we just wore black leggings, black sports bra, as well as a ripped up t-shirt that we ripped up ourselves. So that was like a fun bonding experience because like during dance class, it was our last dance class. I brought my fabric scissors to dance and we just cut up the shirts. Really, really fun. Hey, just realized I forgot to rate the costume, but I rated a 7.5 out of 10. All right, this is the second to last costume. This was my jazz costume. We all wore different black leotards with some black leggings, and we all wore a sparkly red glove. This one was really basic, so I'm just gonna give it like a 6.5 out of 10. And lastly, this may have to be like my favorite ballet costume ever. I love it so, so much. It has been my dream as a teen to wear a giant tutu. Well, it's not massive, but like on stage it flowed so nicely. I just love the detailing on this costume. It's so beautiful. I love the purple. I love everything about it. So obviously it's getting a 10 out of 10. And that has been all of my dance costumes. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing these costumes and watching me rank and react to all of these costumes. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna try my best to make some more videos for you guys, and I hope to see you in the next one.